got one shot on stage, and what happens is they're saying, "I'm gonna do this over here to get better at this." You're not going to get better at stand up. Can you get over there and make some money and give somebody else some money? You can. But are you going to get better? You're not going to get better. The only way you get better on stage is being on stage. Period. That's the only way you get better. So, because what's going to happen is a person like that is going to fuck around, eventually get a show with talent. A veteran. A veteran's veteran. And you're going to do a show with this dude, and this dude is going to light your ass up. He's going to light your ass up, period. And that's what happens. Guys get on, and they think because social media got them to this point, and some stupid-ass promoter somewhere then paid him a nice little bag of money, that he's going to get up 45 minutes or whatever time frame, and better yet, he's going to get up in front of this dude. This dude is going to be taken as disrespect because, hold on, let me get this shit straight. This dude's first show, and you gave this nigga the same money you gave me, and we doing stand-up comedy? Oh, Tyler going to get his little beer. He going to be nice to everybody because I know him. He going, hey, motherfucker, hey, and then he going to go out on the stage and commence to kill in this motherfucker. I mean, killing him, leaving him for dead, period. So them motherfuckers that's telling you the best thing is just to go and do videos, they don't know what the fuck. Them the same dudes that don't know. That's why there's a discrepancy of stand-up comedy and some of this shit. Because them same dudes are coming to, see, guys like Talent, myself, we don't care if you do videos. We like them too. But what we saying is we done put that work in over here, and you just can't come over here and think it's sweet. It ain't sweet like that. So what's going to end up happening, I'm going to let you jump in on this, Talent. What's going to end up happening, and Don was talking about this. This shit may run its course. Because you know what I even seen myself? Some of these guys are getting on stage, and people are coming. But you know what they're not doing? They're not coming back. They're not coming back.
I said that.
You know, you feel me? What I'm talking about, Tal?
I said the same thing. I said, see, here's the thing. You can put anything together one time and get people to come out, but to build a base, to build a following that people can trust in your gift, and like you said, pay that ticket again. When you come back to that city, those people ain't coming back. They're not, because it was just okay. You know, if you don't put the work in to build your stand-up presence and persona and be good at that, then all you is the video making dude. You know, and here's the thing. I don't have a beef with none of them because I know some dudes that got their following up through the videos, but they have bona fide stage, preparedness. They've been on stage before the videos. This is a trend that they're jumping on to enhance what it is they already got. But the ones that just did the videos, and then go sell out 2 or 3 shows at the comedy club, he's absolutely right. If you don't put the time in with this, ain't no edit button on stage. Ain't no cut to. It's you, the microphone, and the audience. And a comic, comedy is probably, argumentatively, the toughest form of entertainment because ain't no background singers. Ain't no, if I forget my drum, play a little bit of the drum. Ain't no drummer. You can't. Ain't no drummer. Give him some. Ain't no drummer. Give him some. I am the drummer. I am the clarinet. I am the cowbell. The whole band is wrapped in this one dude. He's right, and that's the part they don't understand. What the ones who don't take it serious anyway, that you're going to be one and done. No, one and done is not how you build a career. You build a career over being able to play Detroit 3-4 times a year, play Chicago 2-3 times a year, play New York 3-4 times a year, play Florida 3-4. Collectively, it's 52 weeks in a year. I need at least 52. Well, unless I want to take some vacation time, I'm gonna need about 50 places to go on each week to call it a career. Everybody knows. Any other job, try not going in there.
And to be honest with you, 50 places, 50 places. Let's just say you did 50 places a year at 5,000, or whatever the case may be. That's really in the big scheme of things. The 5% guys that's on the upper echelon, they're getting some serious numbers. So guys like Talent, myself, we got to put in a lot of. We don't get, and I don't know about Talent. I'll say, Talent, you tell me if it's the case. We don't get a lot of phone calls and say, hey, I got 50 dates. Come on, ride with me.
No,
I got 50. You know why? Because that dude is not the average middle act. Mm-hmm. He's not the, and whoever brings talent along in their show, they got to work. Like you better tighten up your shoes and your belt buckle because you're gonna have to work. And a lot of guys are not used to having to come behind fire. They're not used to it. They do it? Yeah, some.
Keep it real.
Talent out here getting that bag.
Most of them.
Talent getting that bag.
You said what, Talent?
Most of them choose not to. Most headlining acts I know, and I say most, meaning better than 60%, they choose not to challenge themselves. When they get to a certain stature, they choose not to challenge themselves. Like, I had a whole nother line of respect recently for, like, say, a Russell Peters. He's on his tour, his world tour. He's doing the weekend at the Beacon Theater. And, he's selling the Beacon Theater out like it's a small comedy club. Like, it's nothing to him. But for him to say, hey, man, go up there and rock it. And I'm like, you sure? He's like, yeah, man, do you. No rules, do you? I was like, oh, my God, I can't tell you the last time that somebody said that did not worry. Like, yeah, well, ain't no anything you don't want me to talk, man, just do you. And it was a breath of fresh air to run into your homie that do that and not worry about that. But he's right. Like, most of these cats are going to pick light work in front of them that they can easily go up behind. Because, let's face it, most of these guys, celebrity alone, their introduction will trump whoever they got opening for. They pick somebody that gives 20 minutes in front of them that just when you say my name and I come out, I already done made them forget about you. Now it's about me. But I'm one of the few dudes that I like heat in front of me. I don't want to relax. You know what I mean? I don't want to relax so much, to be honest with you. I dumb down my price a lot of the time so that I can stay spinning on the wheel. Because I frown upon hanging up the phone like, nah, I'm good. I'd rather go get the bag a lot more, even if it ain't the biggest bag. Because people who sit home and wait for that number, like Ted said 10 minutes ago, you're getting out of practice.
Well, I did that, man. I ain't gonna lie. I did that for a period of time, doing a lot of the concert dates and for a length of time. And I'm not gonna say I got lazy, but when I first started coming up, I had to always follow these dogs. Like, it seemed like I was always in the playoffs. I was always playing a playoff game, over and over. And then when I saw like clear landing, don't get me wrong, I didn't care who was in front of me because if you paid me, I was going to do what I was going to do. But what I'm referring to is, for the longest time, I didn't really have not say so who was in front of me. I really didn't care who was in front of me. So they would say, "Oh, are you cool with working with him, and him?" I was like, "I don't give a fuck." What made me cool is the number you gave me. That made me cool off the break. Even if I wasn't cool with him, I'm not gonna say, "No, I don't like him," because I got my money, and that's what I was only concerned with. But I think the difference between, and you and I are going to talk one day too. You and I are just going to do a podcast, because I think what happens is, no, listen what I'm saying. We're on yours, and we want to stick to your subjects, but we have things in there that Talent is a different kind of comic in the sense that he's coming from New York, and New York comics were taught okay, we're gonna do 80 shows. We might get $80, but we're gonna do these 80 shows and we're gonna grind it up and we're gonna keep going and we're gonna get $10 for every show and we're gonna, so they came from a different. I came from, I came from, you know, predominantly white clubs that didn't allow a lot of black acts in it. And so when we did get in it, you had to be somebody that you wasn't in order to work in these clubs. And then, Def Jam came along and that kind of moved, that shifted the paradigm where, okay, we got to have at least some comics in there. So
Right.
when I go to New York, I already know that I may have to jump on a train and go here, do a set, jump on, whatever, ride with my man over there, do a set, come back over here with, Dejan, do a set, and it's a different kind of dance because New York is a different, it's a different element,
That's a fact.
you
Yeah,
know,
that's a fact.
it's a different element. And so you learn your styles, you learn how to survive a different way. It's a different jungle. You know
That's
what I'm saying? So I go with a guy that understands, and, can I go up on stage wherever and do whatever? Yeah. But that's not my day to day. Let me get this shit straight. We're gonna go to 12 clubs and get $12? Like, where the fuck they do that at? You feel me? So you learn in a different way. But at the
Right.
end of the day, the grind is somewhat of the same. The grind is at the end result because you're really trying to work. These guys choose not to have real strong acts in front of them, like he said. Because in our business, and I was saying this the other day, if we decided to have, and I'm just making this shit up, if we decided to have a central office where everybody who paid dues, let's say your dues is $25, $50 a year, and every time you did a show, your information of the show, the promoter, the whatever had to go to that central office. So other people had access to all of this information, to all of these, so if talent wanted to take a vacation in Bakersfield, California, he's able to look up three promoters in Bakersfield, California, and say, I'll be there in the month of January, and that information is there. We don't give information to each other, and I'll raise my hand and be guilty of it because this is what I was taught. Like, we don't give the information. Now, you could call a motherfucker, hey, man, who's that motherfucker? Oh, that's my man, such and such. But I'm talking about legitimate comics having access to information of every promoter, every